Hello and welcome to 3.TV. I am Ruchi Sharma.
And I am Vishakha Thakur. So we have got all the major global crypto news from the past week for you in the show. But before we start, let's cut across to Manoj Thara for the market check.
Bitcoin has surged nearly 7% this week. The top cryptocurrency is now within striking distance of its all-time high, supported by a rebound in global risk sentiment and more accommodative regulatory stance in the United States of America. Markets responded positively to a ceasefire between Iran and Israel, and momentum built further with the US Federal Reserve announcing earlier this week that the reputational risk will no longer be part of this bank's supervisory framework.
Thank you, Manoj. Texas has become the first US state to create a publicly funded standalone Bitcoin reserve after Governor Greg Abbott signed Senate Bill 21 into law over the weekend.
So the bill directs the state to establish a Bitcoin reserve managed independently from the main treasury, joining a small but growing group of states exploring digital asset reserves.
Unlike Arizona and New Hampshire, which passed similar legislation, Texas did not just authorize the reserve, but is actively funding it. The state will be appropriating $10 million in order to purchase Bitcoin for the reserve.
Moving on, the United States Federal Housing Finance Agency has ordered 2 government-sponsored enterprises to prepare to recognize crypto assets in mortgage qualification.
The agency issued the order to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac in a letter signed by its director, William Pult. Notably, it ordered government-sponsored enterprises such as Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae to develop systems for recognizing cryptocurrencies as legitimate assets when evaluating a borrower's financial strength during the mortgage application process.
For context, Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae currently back the majority of US mortgages. According to Pult, both enterprises have more than $7.8 trillion in assets, positioning them among the largest companies in the United States.
Moving on, Metaplanet, the Japanese hotelier that has been scooping up Bitcoin, has become the 5th largest corporate holder of the largest cryptocurrency racing past Elon's Tesla.
So the Tokyo-listed firm bought 1,234 Bitcoin for $133 million at an average price of $107,877. The latest buy has taken Metaplanet's Bitcoin stash to 12,345 Bitcoin at an average price of $98,303.
So Metaplanet has been steadily acquiring Bitcoin, a strategy that has been copied by a host of firms across the world. The Bitcoin reserve strategy was pioneered by Michael Saylor's strategy, which remains the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin with over 570,000 Bitcoins.
Moving on, Michael Saylor's strategy, the world's largest public Bitcoin investor, disclosed its latest BTC purchases as the cryptocurrency slid in response to escalating geopolitical fears last week.
Strategy acquired 245 Bitcoin for $26 million during the week ending Sunday, the company announced in a US Securities and Exchange Commission filing on Monday.
So the cost of Strategy's latest Bitcoin haul averaged $105,856 per coin, with Bitcoin plummeting from about $108,900 on June 16 to an intra-week low of just below $99,000, according to CoinGecko data.
Its recent purchases have boosted the company's holdings to 592,345 BTC, bought for about $41.9 billion at an average price of $70,681 per coin.
Moving on, Sequans Communications, a developer of Internet of Things, semiconductors and modules, has disclosed plans for a $384 million capital raise to fund its strategic Bitcoin treasury.
The move comes as more companies are betting on Bitcoin and using the world's largest cryptocurrency as a reserve asset.
Now, according to the company, it plans to issue and sell approximately $195 million in equity and $189 million in convertible debentures, which can later be converted into shares. So for the endeavor, Sequans is partnering with Swan Bitcoin, a BTC treasury management provider.
Moving on, Brazilian fintech firm Méliuz, which serves over 30 million users in the country, has become Latin America's largest publicly listed corporate holder of Bitcoin.
So the company said that it acquired an additional 275.43 BTC for $28.61 million following a recent stock offering, raising its total holdings to 595.67 Bitcoin.
That stash, purchased at an average price of $102,702.84 per coin, places Méliuz 36th globally among all listed companies that hold the largest cryptocurrency, the company said.
And the company also reported a BTC yield of 908%. So Méliuz's yield is notable and ranks it among the largest among Bitcoin treasury companies, with the blockchain group recently reporting a 1,173% BTC yield.
Moving on, American investor and entrepreneur Anthony Pompliano has announced that ProCap BTC LLC, a Bitcoin native financial services firm, has purchased 1,208 Bitcoin at a time-weighted average price of $105,977 per Bitcoin.
So this follows company's announcement of a proposed $1 billion business combination with Columbus Circle Capital Corp. The plan is to take the company public as ProCap Financial. ProCap BTC LLC now holds 4,932 Bitcoin on its balance sheet.
ProCap Financial Incorporation, the company resulting from the proposed business combination, will focus on implementing various profit-generating products and services to support the unique financial needs of large financial institutions and institutional investors.
Moving on, Trump crypto advisor David Bailey's Nakamoto Holdings has raised $51.5 million in fresh capital to fuel its BTC treasury growth. The firm will use the capital to acquire more Bitcoin and develop Bitcoin-native businesses.
With over 27 companies adding BTC to treasuries last month, Nakamoto's strategy mirrors MicroStrategy's approach, aggressively acquiring BTC while expanding operations. Analysts note strong institutional demand but warn about treasury risk management at smaller firms.
So that's all in this episode of Weekly Wrap. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off.
And this is Méliuz Sharma signing off. Do like, share and subscribe to $3 TV. And for more information and stories, log on to our website www.3worsteve.io or scan the QR code. Have a great weekend.